continue, and it actually continues this weekend. We'll have games tonight and on Sunday as the Los Angeles Lakers and Denver Nuggets will get ready for games 1 and 2 of their Western Conference Finals series. And the winner of this, first of 4, will represent the Western Conference in the 2020 NBA Finals. A lot of cats are kind of saying now with the Clippers gone, with the Bucks gone, that we can pretty much go ahead, wrap the trophy up, and give it to LeBron, AD, and the Lakers. What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on this upcoming series with the Lakers and the Nuggets?
In the words of the great Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend. Now, here's what I see. Now, the Lakers obviously are the favorite in Vegas. They obviously are the favorite on paper. And what we've seen thus far, how they've been able to dismantle teams after they get that one-loss shocker, and it shocks them back. It's like getting electrodes. Like, oh, we're supposed to win. Okay, sorry, we're back on track now. That's what I feel like those losses were, like electrostimulants to remind them of who they are. And so when I look at the Lakers team, I mean, you have a healthy LeBron, you got AD, but you have guys that have been playing much better on the defensive side of the ball, something that we've been kind of wondering throughout the season how well their defense will stack up. And they've absolutely been impressive. And you have Rondo back in the fold. I want to see more just better ball movement and rotation. I love seeing what Kuz has done, inside the bubble. I just want to see more consistency, but I think they're gonna have their hands full with the Denver Nuggets. I mean, the Denver Nuggets play what I like to consider old school basketball, where they have the guard in the center, in Jamal Murray and Jokic, and then all the other pieces kind of just seem to fit in place as they move on the rotation. They have really good ball movement, so the Lakers are gonna have to really play their style of basketball, set the tempo very early, get out in transition. To make sure that they let the Denver Nuggets know that you're going to play our style of basketball, not the other way around. But I'm looking forward to that second unit with Rondo's able to play, Dwight Howard, and guys like that. I'd like to see more, rotations that way. And then who knows, we may see a rotation at some point with, AD and Dwight out on the floor at the same time. We've seen Vogel do that from time to time to have both of his bigs out there, especially with Jokic being who he is. The versatile center that he is. So you're going to see maybe some matchups in that regard. But, damn it, there's nobody on the Denver Nuggets that can guard LeBron James. So it's up to LeBron to get to the rack, continue to be aggressive, stop, don't go back to shooting the jumpers, the wide outside jumpers. Get to the rack, do 250, 260. Damn it, use the weight to mash those dudes on the inside. AD can bring up the ball. LeBron can bring up the ball. Rondo, you got a plethora of guys that can bring up the ball. So make sure that you play your style of basketball, and I think the Lakers can win either 5 or 6 games.
Okay. We've seen a lot of extraordinary play out of Denver Nuggets star Jamal Murray. A lot of cats didn't get an opportunity to check him out in Kentucky, and the nation is pretty much just getting to see how much of an elite player he is. We've seen the great talent with the Joker, of course, as you mentioned. The Joker averaged pretty much 17 points against the Lakers during the regular season. LeBron averaged pretty much 27.5, so nearly 28 points against the Nuggets during the regular season. But with those 3 names, with Jamal Murray, with the Joker, with LeBron James, who do you think would be the most key player in this series?
It was absolutely LeBron James. LeBron is still the best basketball player on that floor. Not to take anything away from Jamal Murray or the Joker, but at the same time, this is LeBron James. This is playoff LeBron. This is the LeBron that's had the experience. Now, we talked about experience in the previous series between the Los Angeles Clippers. Sorry about that. I'm going to let that go.
No worries.
We talked about, experience in the previous series between the Clippers and the Nuggets, and we saw the cohesiveness of the Nuggets. But now we talk about even more experience, and I'm talking about championship experience from LeBron James. And this is a guy that will put a team on his back if he has to make sure that he gets to that NBA Finals and makes that appearance and makes a strong appearance. So the most important player on this floor is LeBron James. However LeBron James goes is how the Lakers will go. He doesn't have to score 40 and 30 every night. I mean, AD can do that. He can drop 25 and 30. But if he has close to a triple-double or a triple-double when he gets his other teammates involved, that's going to be the key. So however LeBron goes, LeBron is the engine, AD is the conductor, and then everybody else is just on board to shovel the coal or fulfill whatever needs need to be fulfilled on that train to get them to the NBA Finals. And that's how it goes.
Terrell Thomas once again sitting down with the great Nick Hamilton. I want to ask you about a player on the Denver Nuggets. Denver's bench has been pretty clutch throughout the last two series for them, and they've come in big. One cat caught a little bit of flack, Michael Porter Jr. Cat, I really like his game a whole lot. I think he has a bright future ahead of him. Before Game 5, or after Game 5, I believe it was.
Right.
He made comments, Game 4 or 5, forgive me for not knowing exactly which one it was. He made comments, though, saying that Coach Malone needed to pretty much switch things up, get other players more involved, to get other cats the ball. After making those comments, he didn't have any, 30-point nights, but his performance was big. He had a few clutch three-pointers in the stretch to help the Nuggets wrap up some wins. He played some great defense down the stretch as well on Paul George, on Kawhi. What type of impact do you think Michael Porter Jr. could have, and possibly Bol if we get an opportunity to see him for the Nuggets?
Hey, man, I like Bol. I like his energy. I think a lot of guys on that Denver Nuggets team like his energy in practice. They like the way he approaches the game and attacks the game. Hopefully we may see him in some minutes. I don't know if we will, because if the games are pretty tight, at least for the first three quarters, you can't afford to put a guy like that in the game, because the Lakers will take advantage. They'll be able to make adjustments very, very, very quickly. But I like, Michael Porter. I mean, first of all, you have to say something. Closed mouths don't get fed. All right. And we all know that. So I think, hey, okay, you want to step up, then you better damn sure show up. So I think it's going to continue. It's going to be a little bit different of an adjustment, because you are playing the Lakers. The Lakers play a different style of basketball than the Clippers do, obviously. So I think he's going to have to really pay attention to film work. I think he's going to have to put in the work in the gym. And I think after Game 1, you may see some adjustments with Michael Porter. I think it's going to take them time to get adjusted in Game 1, because, again, the Lakers will – I always say the Lakers will sucker you in to their style. And then next thing you know, you're in a vortex and you can't get out of it. And I think Michael Porter Jr. has to be very, very careful to just not do too much. Hey, man, I'm against LeBron. I'm against AD. All right, here I am. We in the Western Conference Finals. The hell with everybody, Play your damn game and shut the hell up. That's what you do if you're Michael Porter Jr. Okay? Don't say nothing, because trust me, the Lakers listen. The Laker players listen. And they may not respond back, but they respond on the court. Mm-hmm. Don't say nothing about it. You don't want to piss off the bear. You don't want to poke the bear, known as LeBron James. Leave him alone. If you want any chance, leave him alone. Talk on the court, that's fine. Don't say nothing in the press. Don't do it.
I agree 1,000%.
Because guess what? LeBron's gonna make you pay, and you writing a check that your ass can't cash. That's just what it is.
Oh no, that's very well said. If we would have got the Clippers-Lakers matchup, I thought the Clippers had what it takes to win the overall finals, but you can't. I've learned throughout time you can never, ever count LeBron James out. It's just something you can't do. That brother, he has the it factor. He knows how to get it done in the clutch. So we got to get the ultimate respect for him for that. We're gonna move on to the NFL, because it's a big game taking place out there in Southern California this upcoming Sunday at SoFi Stadium. It's going to be great to see all the great things that are taking place out there in the Englewood area. Now that the Rams and Chargers are both be playing at SoFi Stadium, the billions of dollar stadium out there in Southern California. Can't wait to get out there and check it out.